Pritchard, they blitz him out top. Pass inside, a wild one from Pritchard, picked off by the Magic. Off that bench. Boston steals it. Here they come. Wagner knocked it loose. And Craig throws it off of Wagner, but saved by Caldwell Pope. Stolen by Wagner. And that will do it for the first quarter.
Be in the second place. They force turnovers. Some similarities.
Oh, the save right to Wagner, who lays it in. Right place.
Any more than that. So if you're the Wizards, you want to try to put some pace in this game, but you can only do that by getting that ball in the paint like that.
Champagnie tried to throw it up to Sarr.
Leonard tried to accelerate, ran into Banchero and turned it over. 2-on-2, Wagner dribbling left, spinning right, floater good. Boy, that was a tough shot. Dribbling some clock down. Shot clock at 4. Harden lost it, taken by Wagner. He's got KCP, Dunn in pursuit. Wagner puts it in on the drive. Brandon Williams trying to fight off the defensive play of Black. Williams gets into the lane, wraparound pass, picked off by the Magic.
Attacking the basket, trying to draw fouls.
Yeah, after the Lakers shot 21 first half free throws, they shot none in the third quarter.
87 seconds to go. Mitchell lost it. It goes right to Wagner, looking for numbers. Wagner on the push. And he draws the foul inside on Strus.
Backing down Bataze. Gives it up. Randall. Baseline drive. Tries to toss it out. Intercepted by Wagner.
They shot 52%, had 74 points in the paint. Bruce Brown, and taken away by Franz Wagner. Gets it out in a hurry, and go.
They hit 12 threes the other night in their win in Milwaukee, but they hit 8 of those 12 in the first quarter. As Dylan Brooks falls down, Anthony pulled the chair. Here's Wagner, there's Banchero. Şengün working on Carter. It's Stonewall back to Smith, line drive 3, offense. Oh, he went back in one motion to Brooks. Unfortunately, it was
A little too much sauce.
Dame always carried himself. Look, Dame was mature when he came into the league. You know, he wasn't one of those one-and-done type of guys. And Dame always played with a chip on his shoulder and something to prove. So he always had a natural poise about himself.
That's his 6th. Trey Jones fumbled a dribble, picked up by the Magic's Wagner. Giddey trying to skip it in there and picked off by Wagner. Ahead it comes to Banchero. They can stop turning the ball over.
Giving away possessions.
There's one that's a wild pass by Green, picked off by the Magic. Banchero, pull up, 3-point shot, drills it. Curry guarded by Caldwell Pope, chased by Bataze as well. And that's fumbled by Knox, picked up by Wagner. Magic numbers, Black, Banchero, Black again. Pump fakes, 2 men by, missed the shot. Double team, slings it cross court to Butler. 23 seconds to go in the half. 8 on the shot clock. And a bad pass by Green. Magic intercepted.
They are 1 of 7 from the field. Right now, 5 on 4. Banchero late to get up, and it actually benefits them. Intercepted by Wagner. Lob it up, slam it down!
19 in the game. And a steal at midcourt. Franz with 2 steps ahead. Throws it down. Right to left, threw it in.
The crowd thought he was going to run out of time, but P5 knew just how much time he had.
Magic steal it. Wagner with the deflection. Anthony ahead of the pack. Magic got a 1-point win against San Antonio. Here's a steal by Wagner. He throws it down. Trae Young upset with Krejci for not coming to meet the basketball. Banchero has him on the switch. Trae Young lost the dribble, picked up by Wagner. Floats it ahead to Banchero. Paolo drives, scoops it in. Crashing through defenders. Evan Vassell to Fox. Coming downhill with the Magic. Picked off by Franz Wagner. Johnson in pursuit. Wagner takes it all the way. Lays it up and in.
Jokic averaging a triple-double, snaps it over to Porter. Porter's got Brown behind him. And bad pass. And the ball ricochets. Magic hustle him up into the corner. Wagner, who's a good 3-point shooter, that's no good.
shaking and baking, playing with a lot of confidence. Around his man, lost the ball, down he goes.
Grab it.
And Jokic got his big paw in there.
Achilles heel for him, about 31% on threes. Krzyzewski tried to get it to GP2, and Wagner was waiting. Draymond setting him up, shot clock at 11. Spinning on the 6'10", Wagner. Lost the handle, and you see that Magic defense.
Well, you just don't have much energy to your offense on that possession.
He had 4 at the half.
Yeah, Cole is a nice player, and I'm really surprised they don't get him involved much as the Jazz.
Good ball movement by the Magic to Carter in the corner, who misses everything. Kelly picks up the floorboard.
Sixers doing a good job of getting it out of KCP's hands.
And then they turn it over.
When it's mattered, Boston currently in the 2 spot of the East right now. They are 17-4. Cleveland has been one of the big surprise teams as the Magic get a turnover from the Knicks. This second half, 71-51. The discrepancy in the score could be important here as Wagner on the breakaway after the turnover. And he continues his big scoring night. He's got 22. And they have played well without him. The Magic coming in to this game tonight as Anunoby gets the block on Wagner. Anunoby the run out. Wagner pokes it to himself and gets it back.
Claxton gets a touch over to Johnson, challenged by Batadze, lob it up, and this time Claxton was not expecting the pass. He thought it was going to be a shot.
He was still boxing out Caldwell Pope.
Wagner left alone. Claxton. Pretty spin, bounces it into no man's land. Another turnover.
Dasun moves. Nice penetration. Now Kobe White on the baseline, out to Giddey. Shot clock ticking down, fumbled by Vucevic, picked up by Franz. Wagner driving on Dasun move, underhanded scoop. Wagner draws a double team, and there comes Ball with the steal. Lonzo Ball lobs it up, and it's picked out of there by Wagner.
Shooting is 32% from the field, 18% from behind the arc. Hornets turn it over. That's now 10 turnovers for the Hornets. LaMelo working against the Minister of Defense. Got to do something. 6 turns, and even Muggs turned it over 4 times.
I probably told the ref, just give me one of theirs.
Good team guy. And the Hornets turn it over.
But he really didn't.
4 to shoot. LaMelo's ripped away by Wagner. Isaac in the corner.
Goga's going to get one of those threes to go down, David, eventually.
0 for 7 for the year. There's a turnover. Magic running. Caldwell Pope out in front. Ivy turned it over. Franz off and running again.
Gary Harris averages 3. He's got 3. Christie off target. AD is surrounded. AD loses it to the eye and the poke to somewhere else the other night. Here is Reeves. He tried to get it to the rim. Now Wagner, right side, Suggs, set, fire, gets! Jalen Suggs as they ran the break and hit the 3. As far as the metrics are concerned, it's very, very close. That's why it's been close. Nobody's led by double-double. The Lakers did by 10 for just an instant. Go over now to Austin. Austin is 3 for 11 tonight. Not shooting it well overall, but he'll get to the line where he's already shot 3 free throws.
Yeah, I think that time it was a pass that was tipped by Chris Dunn.
Oh, now it's a 3-on-2 power play for Orlando. Wagner on Dunn.
Offensively, hence putting up those big numbers you spoke about.
He's a player. I feel like he could do that all year. Harden loses his footing and then loses the ball. Wagner, broadcaster's jinx in place, gets his first bucket of the night.
So he can hit three-pointer number 4.
Batadze smothering Zoo. Great defense, and it forces a turnover. Wagner the other way with Harden to beat to the rim and in.
Paolo and Franz, you need some perimeter shooting around those two. And another turnover by the Clippers. I mean,
Caldwell Pope unable to convert.
Philadelphia has not rebounded the ball well this year. Of course, they haven't had Embiid, except for 1 game. That is a turnover. Embiid's pass got away from Lowry. Picked up by Caldwell Pope. Batted away by Wagner. Stolen by Suggs. Jalen Suggs. Philadelphia off to a 2-7 start. Here's a steal by Wagner. He's ahead of the pack. He dumps it in. Williams ahead the ball.
Stay there, Goga! Stay there, Goga!
Wagner takes it away from LaMelo Ball. He's got numbers. Caldwell Pope, the lob, and 2 for Goga Bitadze.
Even if you're down a lot, you have to keep playing to try to bring the score back. So Magic had another steal.
That was Wagner knocking it away. Magic with numbers. Franz Wagner, 2 more. 32. Caldwell Pope guarded by Koulibaly. Good defender. And he challenges Caldwell Pope. The shot no good. He shot George, stripped by Franz Wagner. In the cylinder.
Yep.
Jeremiah Robinson-Earl in the starting lineup for Williamson. Another turnover by New Orleans. Franz Wagner floats another one in. Ingram. Cross-court pass. Robinson-Earl. Pocket pick. Wagner. Suggs running ahead. Wagner will keep it himself.
Love to run that play. The trail big. There's a steal by J-Dub. Able to stay in bounds. Had to give it up on the backside. The glove is a little too high for Holmgren as it clanks off the backboard. Trying to get that ball inbounded to Joe. Wallace. And he lost it. That's picked up by Bitadze and the Magic.
Wagner in some disbelief about that call. But the Mavs have it. And here's Luka, and he loses it. So both teams have a turnover here early on in the game.
You're not going to fool anybody with that push.
And Wagner with the takeaway. Franz Wagner, that is. A lot of numbers here, and Orlando finishes.
You see Cleveland the last 2 possessions going in that 2-3 zone.
Mobley spinning inside. Good hands from Franz Wagner. Here's Wagner pushing pace, swooping in and laying it home.
Looking for Vucevic against Franz Wagner. Trying to rip through, lost it, and a turnover.
Boy, the Pacers got that one again. Taken away by Franz Wagner. Here's Anthony from the corner. And short for 3. Siakam the rebound.
14-6 in the Grizzlies advantage. Black defending Morant. Ja missing the 3. Rebound tap to the corner. Jaren battling for it. Saves, but to Franz Wagner. Wells eluded Suggs. A no-look lob, but off the mark.
Mo Wagner has come off the bench and has 12. Franz takes it away from young Jalen Wilson.
And he's been outscored 45-26 in the second half. An open court steal. Franz Wagner, look out, ball boys. The 2 ball boys with brooms, the only defenders back. And more difficulty on offense. Marquez, Bryant, Robinson, Highsmith, and Rozier, and another turnover. The lob for Black and a slam.